I'm Emerson Schwarzkopf, editor of Stone Update magazine. Early this year, I traveled to Italy, when you could still do that kind of thing, to visit Laminam and take a look at their porcelain slab manufacturing facilities. I came away impressed about the company and, in a greater sense, the future of porcelain slab in the hard surface industry. Just writing up some words won't convey what I saw, so come along with me on a video tour. Laminam began in 2001 as part of a strategy by a technology and equipment company seeking new and more efficient ways of ceramic production. The headquarters is in Fiorano Modenese, near Modena, in northern Italy. Laminam makes various sizes of porcelain tile at its headquarters. It's in an area bustling with most of the other big producers in the Italian tile industry. It's also only a few miles from Maranello, the fabled home of Ferrari. You can bet I took a side trip there, but I was equally impressed, if not more, with what I saw an hour or so down the road. Laminam operates a separate factory exclusive to large format porcelain slabs in Borgo Val di Toro, also known as Borgo Toro. It's in the northern Apennine Mountains in an area known more for raising cattle. Laminam's factory is easily the biggest thing in town, and it's not there because of a long tradition of area tile making. Laminam acquired the property because it was the fastest way to get what it needed, a long building for its straight line production. You'll see this shot again of the building's interior. For now, it's to show the very long, uninterrupted vertical span. It's also to show you the lack of something else, which you'll notice as we continue. All tile starts out as a combination of natural ingredients, including white clay, feldspar, kaolin, quartz, and other materials. A Laminam slab at Borgo Toro begins with basic aggregate materials. The materials begin the manufacturing journey by being carted to the scales, shown here, to be refined for making slabs. Now, this isn't delicate work at the start. The scales are filled by a front-end loader. The ingredients, in rough form, move to the next stage, which is the continuous mill. The cylinder, at least 15 feet long, turns 24 hours a day, mixing the materials while tumbling them into smaller particles. This particular mill has 3 chambers divided by 2 filters. As the materials get finer, they pass through the filters until the mixture is a fine sludge and ready for the next step. Beige is the natural color for the porcelain slabs. Colorants are added here if the base needs to be white, black, or anything but beige. The sludge then moves to an atomizer. However, it's not like a perfume dispenser. Here the mixture is fed into the top and heated to approximately 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. The water turns to vapor, and the remaining solid powder drops to the bottom. These devices aren't small either. You can get a sense of the size by comparing them to a forklift at lower left. The powder comes out of the silo still feeling a little grainy, like a very fine sand. It's ready to be shaped into a slab. The material goes by conveyor to the other side of the factory, to the 2 production lines. It's fed into the top of 2 filling silos, and a specific amount for each slab is dispersed onto a conveyor belt. The result is a flat-top dune that's approximately 2 inches tall and covers roughly the same area as a slab. Those piles of loose material line up one after the other on a conveyor belt, slowly advancing towards the press. Here it's at a standstill because of a maintenance check. About 2 minutes after I took this video, the line began feeding the press with a new batch every 30 seconds or so. The press doesn't use a mold and applies steady pressure to all areas of the slab. This allows the free escape of air, which Laminam sees as creating less problems with being fired in the kiln, and also reduces tension through the slab during fabrication. Fresh out of the press, the slabs have an even surface but are friable and a little crumbly. Waste at this point is recycled back into the manufacturing process. Those unfired slabs are then trimmed to production size and swept by vacuum to remove any fine residuals from the surface. System SPA began producing the Creadigit digital printer for ceramics some 9 years ago. These industrial printers can produce 2D images up to 360 dpi. It's here where those beige slabs suddenly get the look of marble, onyx, and other materials. After being printed by the inkjet, the slabs move down the line to get a liquid coating of a clear protectant. The microns thin coating shields the slab's print. After coating, the slabs head to these holding racks before moving into the kiln. And here's the main reason why Laminam needed that long building. The kiln for the company's porcelain slabs stretches to just about 575 feet in length, or nearly 2 football fields, minus the end zone. It's plenty hot in there, and the straight line allows for a very controlled firing. But not all the kiln time is a continuous roast. At one point there's a drastic rapid cooling of nearly 1,000 degrees. If there's a problem with the slab, it cracks in the kiln and not on the job. This is a double-decker kiln, so it handles both production lines. The length of the building allows a straight workflow from press to firing. A 2 cm slab takes about 3 hours to complete the journey. A 1 cm slab takes 2 hours. 6 mm slabs run through in about an hour. The kiln didn't come cheap at 12 million euros, but Laminam thinks it's a valuable investment. Pier Giorgio Mazzetta, the company's CEO for the US and Canada, figures that more than half of the cost of a good well-made ceramic product is linked to correct time and heat of the kiln during firing, making it the most important stage of production. The fired slabs are stored here awaiting final production touches. And yes, this is the view I shared earlier of the building. This, along with the other shots, was taken during the middle of a regular production shift. So where are the workers? During my whole time inside the plant, I counted less than 20 employees. That's for the entire process, from piles of raw material to finished slabs being packaged into frames. This is upwards of 30 million euros in a plant that's fine-tuned this operation in 3 years. It's not all done by machine, however. Production sets get a look from different lighting angles by a set of discerning human eyes, although the shift inspector herself wasn't keen to be in this picture. Laminam also relies on the human eye with its library of every production run of every product. With shelves holding more than 3,000 square feet, it allows Laminam to check product consistency. Slabs go through polishing in steps involving 40 heads and grits of 100 up to 2,000. Before going into crating for shipping, however, all slabs receive a scrim backing with one more stage of automated production. The robot makes an even application of the scrim, which sticks to the slab with a heat-activated adhesive. At the end, a person and a forklift step into the process as slabs are moved to the shipping yard. Thanks for coming along. Let's do this again real soon, or at least when we're able to.